What is going on, everybody? Repel here, and I'm going to talk about Golisopod today, and I'm going to teach you and showcase how you guys can use Golisopod in competitive battles in Sun and Moon. So first off, we have Golisopod. Let's look at its stats. And right off the bat, we can definitely tell that it has really high attack and defense. Not gonna lie, that's one hell of a high defensive stat. However, it has really bad speed. But that is okay. Now I'm going to talk about the type. It is bug and water, and I'm also going to talk about the ability, which is emergency exit. Emergency exit is that if a Pokemon's HP is lower to 50% or less, the Pokemon will have to be forced to switch out. In this case, this is a very unique ability that honestly is a very unique and signature ability of Golisopod. You don't see it in anywhere else. So the first and most desirable moveset on Golisopod, I'm going to showcase it right here. So you want Adamant Nature on Golisopod to get as much attack as possible. Next, you want to use moves like First Impression. First Impression hits very hard. It's one of the highest attacking priority moves. However, it can only attack once, so keep that in mind. Next, you want to use Liquidation because it's stab, and it's also one of the highest water attacks that, well, Golisopod can learn. Next, you want to use Leech Life. Now, Leech Life actually got a boost in this generation. It hits 80 attack now, and that's actually going to keep Golisopod relatively healthy, and hopefully it won't activate emergency exits. Now, the fourth move, you can either use Aqua Jet or Sucker Punch because of those priorities, simply because Golisopod is so damn slow. However, I definitely would recommend the Aqua Jet slightly more, simply because Sucker Punch actually got nerfed in this generation. Now, what should you equip with this Golisopod? Well, for this spread, I would definitely recommend 3 items. The first one is Life Orb. It's very self-explanatory. It's a bread and butter for most attackers. The second one is actually Assault Vest. Golisopod actually has pretty decent HP and even better special defense. So an Assault Vest is definitely going to boost his special defense bulk. And on top of it, he already has such high base defensive bulk. So that's going to be quite a defensive behemoth. Next, I'm going to introduce Choice Band to this spread. Now, Choice Band obviously is going to boost his attack really well. However, he's only going to lock himself to one move. And it works really well with priority moves like Aqua Jet and even Sucker Punch and First Impression. But keep in mind, First Impression will only work the very first turn, and it will fail after that. So you gotta be really careful with Choice Band. Now I'm gonna show you guys the second spread and moveset for Golisopod. This is my favorite spread. This is a Careful Nature Golisopod with 252 EVs in HP and 252 EVs in special defense. And this is my Hazards Golisopod. You want to give it spikes. Once you give it spikes and that incredible bulk, he can actually stay in and absorb a lot of physical hits and a lot of special hits. And hopefully your Golisopod can actually, you know, send out 3 layers of spikes. You don't see a lot of hazards in Alola, so I think Golisopod with spikes is actually really rare and kind of, honestly, beneficial. Not to mention, you don't really see that many spikers, so definitely we want to try this out. Second move for Golisopod is, in fact, First Impression. You still want that priority First Impression. It's going to throw off a lot of fast psychic Pokemon, such as Alola Raichu and Alakazam. The third move for this spread is Leech Life. You want to heal up as much HP as possible because you want to have that momentum, simply because you are a bulky Golisopod. The second spread, or not spread, the second move is obviously Liquidation or Aqua Jet, because you still want some sort of water move. And for this spread, you want to give it a Leftovers. So there you go. That is how you use Golisopod. Hopefully you guys found this video somewhat educational and informative. And please stay tuned for more of these videos. I'm trying to keep up these kind of tutorial and how to use videos coming at you. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Have an awesome day.